Welcome to HS Game Center's training seminar on the use of the quick entry as far as getting your stats into your system. So quick entry is going to be something that you are going to use to either one of three things. A, either you didn't keep stats at the game, whether it be you forgot your iPad at home or you didn't have a connection and couldn't sync the stats over, so you didn't bother taking the stats on there, and you want to just keep the stats on paper, and then when you get home bulk enter those stats. That would pretty much be the first reason to use the quick entry. The second reason for quick entry is some teams don't like to keep track of defensive stats such as tackles, and they like to do so, Saturday or Sunday morning when watching game film. So they'll leave the tackles blank during the game, and then the next day they'll come in and they'll bulk enter the tackles. So that could be a possibility. And the third thing could just be maybe you want to get in and edit some existing stats. So let's say you kept full stats for your game on Friday night, and you realize the next day that player A was credited with a tackle that should have been given to player B, or player C had 10 more rushing yards than you originally gave them credit for. You're able to do that by going into quick entry. So the first thing you're going to do is go to the schedule page. Once you're logged in to hsgamecenter.com, you log in the upper right, which takes you to your team dashboard, and make sure you just click on schedule. So you'll see your schedule here is listed with all your games. Now there's two possibilities. You might see here on the right, you might see box score, which means the game is complete. So I have final scores for those games. You also might see here where it says finalized game. That means that there is a game in progress that is not finalized right now that you would need to do so in order for your stats to show up. So let's, for example, pretend that we've got a game that we want to make some edits to. So this North Division 1 through 3 taking on Kansas game, it's complete. It was a 41-21 game. But let's go in and quick enter and edit some of those statistics. So I click on this right arrow here next to the box score, and I'm going to go down to quick entry. And when I go down to quick entry, it is going to pull up multiple pages here, or multiple options on this page as far as quick entry. So on the quick entry page, you will see that we've got all of the players listed for here this first team, this Kansas team, and if I click on the North team, I'll see all of my players listed here as well. Now the third tab is going to be box score, which is going to be, I can see a quarter by quarter score breakdown of how that game went. Now if you need to change the score at any time of that game, and maybe in the first quarter Kansas scored 20 instead of 21, all I need to do is just go down on the arrow, or I can actually click on there and I can change the number that way. As you change the number in the quarters, as you see over here where it is final score, that will change with you as well. So let's just say it was 20 and I'm good to go there, and I select save. Well, now it's going to go ahead and save that box score for me, so it will change the score. So you're going to see that here now on the schedule. Instead of 41-21, it changed it to 41-20. Now if I go back in here to quick entry, you will also notice that I saved there after I was done editing the scores, but you don't have to save until you're done with all of your quick entry features. I just wanted to show you what the save feature looked like. So now what I can do is I can go in and I can pull up different stats for different players. So for instance, I click on Alex Smith for Kansas. I look here and he has he was 3 for 3 with 106 yards passing, 2 touchdowns with a 54-yard long. He rushed twice for 52 yards. Well, let's say, that he rushed twice for 54 yards. I went back, I watched the tape, you know what, he had 54 yards. I can easily just come in here, select 54, or I can use the arrows to get to 54, and now I'm all set. And then once I click out of that, you'll see here that right here, it's telling me that I've added 2 on to whatever he previously had. So let's say now I want to check out a different player. I want to check out number 2, Drake Hoffer. So I click on him, and he had 1 tackle in that game. Well, I checked the tape, and he actually has 3. So like I said, I can click in, I can change that number to 3. When I click somewhere else, I can see now that I've added 2 to there. So you're going to see stats for just about everything. All of your offense, all of your defense, all of your special teams, which is a lot, all right there within the individual players. Now let's say that I want to change my team stats. Well, at the bottom of each team listed here, you'll see the team functionality. So I can click on that, and I can go in and I can say, well, you know what, there was a couple penalties that I missed during the game. We actually had 5 penalties. I'll make that change. penalty yards, it was for 50 yards, and so forth. So now these are all changed, and while they're not saved yet, they're basically waiting to be saved. So any player or tab that has changes that were made, as you can see right here with the team, and then if I scroll up, these two players here in green, that means that there are edits that have been made. So those stats are not going to save until we come over here and click the save feature. So what we are able to do now is even skip to the other team. So I'm going to go to the other team, and I'm going to go ahead and check out what they've got in theirs. So once again, I can say, well, it was 178. I can use the up arrows, click out, and you'll see the +5. So now I've got, still, if I click back on the Kansas, I can still see those two players here. I still need their information saved. Same with over in the north. I still have one player that has his information that needs saved. So when I am done with all of this, I can just go in, I can click save, and now those statistics are going to be saved on both my box score and my team and player cumulative stats. So basically, like I said, you can use this if you didn't put any stats in during the game and you want to come in the next day and enter everybody's statistics, you can do that. You can do it on one side of the ball. If you didn't keep track of defense, you can come in and put those defensive statistics in, and then you can always go back in and edit. And so now when I go into these box score pages, that information that I just put into quick entry will now show up in my box score. As far as games that aren't finalized, so if a game is ongoing and I come down here, so this game here, the status is in progress of this South Texas versus Kansas game, I can click on quick entry, and that's going to take me to basically a live entry page. So everything is the same, except I can come in here and I can just change the in progress, the quarter, the current time, and these changes, when these are saved, are going to be seen on the public view of the box score page. So if I click save here, this information is now going to be saved on the public view. So if fans are logged in online at home and I come back in here, you can get to the public view from this page as well. So I click on the public view, and the information that I had put in there, I made it 8:49 in the second quarter. Now I can see that here on my public view of this game as it's going through. So this one won't be used as much, really, the live quick entry, though it is possible for whatever reason. You've got a computer that's hooked up to the internet, but your app can't get on. Sometimes people might be able to add that in, but most of the time you're not going to use that. Now those stats, however, won't show up in your team and cumulative statistics until you click in here and you click to finalize that game, and then those stats will now show up in your reports section, as we went over in some of the other tutorials. By clicking on reports, there's your team cumulative, there's your player cumulative, and your box scores will appear here now. And that information that we put in the first quick entry, that information is now here. As you can see, that 21 for Kansas became a 20, and some of these statistics for these players were changed. So that information is now saved. So that's pretty much quick entry in a nutshell for you there. Very simple, very easy to use. Just remember that you can always go in and erase and type the number in, or you can use our up arrows. And once again, that quick entry featured for whatever game you're quick entering for is just found right here next to your game. So that'll pretty much do it for this tutorial. If you do still have questions that you would like answered, feel free to give us an email, and you can send that to support@hsgamecenter.com. That's support@hsgamecenter.com. Good luck this season, guys.